Well, President and Congress is back from a brief holiday respite, and as everyone knows, one of the major legislative priorities of this administration and leaders in Congress is healthcare reform. Just kind of wanted to throw it out to the group in terms of what we'll be anticipating in this environment in the next couple of weeks, and really, truthfully, past that point when a bill is passed.
The media is so saturated, and I think the attention span of the public is so saturated at this point. I cannot remember any other major topic, but it's rolled out over such a long period of time. We've had an entire year in Washington fully saturated on one topic. And so from a communications perspective, I'm finding that reporters are really searching for new angles, that things such as opinion pages and op-eds and editorial boards are harder because they've written on so many topics. And so social media presents a really good frontier in that realm because it's something that you can do quick, that you can get out there, and also there are multiple venues and multiple audiences that you can talk to. But I've never seen this type of saturation.
But the bar is going to be very high around this next couple weeks for proponents of the healthcare bill to be communicating about what's in it for them and why this is going to be a good thing.
I think that is huge in ways that people don't even fully appreciate the extent to which information is out there. And I think that makes the public more informed, but it makes the legislative process much more ugly and much more difficult.
I think also Kathleen raises a great point is when this is all said and done, people are going to wonder what is the truth?
What is it? Yeah, what is it?
What's in it, right? Because there's so much out there. Like we hit white noise like 8, 9, 10 months ago, right, on this. That now the issue is once it happens, what's in it, and what does this mean for me, for my business, or for my association, or whatever?
I think we're at the point now where people who have a stake in that game need to figure out what is the hill you're going to die on. If there's one last thing, in the Senate and House bill, I think you're really in danger, particularly when we look at the insurance groups, that they're in danger of losing on some things that are winning messages because of the tactics that they're using. I mean, everyone loves this idea of having the no pre-existing condition. If you do that without an individual mandate, that can end up costing people in the individual market a lot more money, and nobody wants to pay more money. And that's a winning message, but they might lose on that if they don't choose the right battle to fight right now.
In the current healthcare debate, there's an irony in the fact that one of our concerns on the education side is civic education and people knowing how their government works. And what we have in this healthcare debate is a case study in which at least the advocates have a very intimate knowledge on how the process works, and therefore they're able to influence it in ways that makes it more challenging in terms of moving legislation forward.
The thing that I find interesting about that is when you look at the Christina mentioned before that there's an increase in coverage of not just healthcare, but healthcare the system. And so what I see is a missed opportunity for a lot of folks to educate people about their industries, about how policy works.
Yeah, and I think also how the landscape is changing. I mean, we work with a lot of clients who are very skeptical of Twitter. It's like, oh, is it just talking about what you had for lunch? And when I think about, just in this past year of this healthcare reform debate, how Twitter has really, there have been town hall meetings and there have been rallies, since we were all, starting out in this business, but how people are able to organize so quickly and amplify, as you said, Pat. And so I think that those are tools that are really important for advocates, for industry, for whoever is trying to get a message out and trying to influence that process. You need to make sure you're using the tools that are the state of the art really now.
Because there's so much noise. If you can present them with an issue that's, hey, everybody's for this, or there are people on both sides are for this, it's like, it takes the noise level down and it's something that people can support.
But it really is, I find it very, very interesting that there are it has become polarized on a partisan basis, but among interest groups, they recognize the people who have skin in the game don't dare step away from the table. Some have, but they're isolated and few. Most of them, no matter which way it goes, they still want to be at the table, and that's important to make sure that clients, are positioned in that role. Because if you, as they say, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
But I think The thing about this new environment, new media and the active media coverage is that for clients, there are lots of opportunities created because if you have factual information, you can get it out, you can create another balance out of it. For example, you know, the day of having a press conference in the National Press Club and issuing a press release and putting out your study and you get one-day story, that was a success 5 years ago.
Now, you have to make your pitch in 140 characters, and that is a critical element in getting attention paid to your issue.
And you're seeing real-time updates between reporters asking questions back and forth about specifics of legislation, for example, which was not something that we saw even 8 months ago with these same reporters.
In the business we're in, I don't think there will ever has been or ever will be a larger communications challenge than the one that is faced in the implementation of this. It's 1/7 of the economy, as you say. You know, that was a narrow, single benefit with a narrow demographic. This is all benefits, all demographics,
all Americans,
all Americans, and I think, and they all need to learn things they don't know right now.